Believe with our big fellow. Let's start with this one, Would you believe this is finally the year Josh Allen leads Buffalo to a Super Bowl? I would not believe it, I would. I would not believe it. Listen, you would think everything this year is set up for Buffalo. The fact that they traveled the least among any team in National Football League this year, I think their team they're ready, they're there. But he hasn't been to climb Mount Mahomes. So until I see it, what's Missouri the show-me state? Yes, show me first before I believe in it. That's right, he went to Wyoming, but you're bringing up Missouri, that's right. That's right, I am. Needs to show you B. Scott. Is this the year? Is this finally the year for Josh Allen? First of all, they need to make sure that James Cook is happy because, that's really not being reported on, but, it's so many other obstacles in his way. Joe Burrow, if Joe Burrow can get his team to the postseason, but also Lamar Jackson, remember last year Zay Flowers got hurt and that changed the dynamic of the playoffs. Bateman has stepped up, likely. Is there, can King Henry put up that same performance? So I'm going to say no. The Philomat is too strong. If I had to pick, I'll pick the field. How to create trendy t-shirt designs for your print-on-demand store. When it comes to creating designs for your t-shirt or apparel, feel strong, in part because of this team. I mean, they've been too good for too long to think that they're never, ever going to get over that hump. Plus, they play the Chiefs in the regular season every year and they always beat them, so it's not like they can't do it. They haven't been able to do it in the postseason. I'm optimistic. I think this is a well-run organization that is not, they're not doing that thing, right? They're like, oh, we're going to stretch and make some move to get us over the hump. They're re-signing the guys in their core. They're building it and keeping it the right way.
I think one of these years it gets rewarded. Show me. Show me. I can say the same thing. Their season did end in Missouri. You can say the same thing about Baltimore. You say the same thing about Baltimore. You can absolutely, there's no quite...
I feel the same way about they're in the same situation, except that the Ravens organization has won championships, and the Bills have been so aimingly close so many times and been unable to do it. I actually do think it's not versus the field, but as far as who I would pick right now, I do think this is Buffalo's year. All right, Wood, the next one. Would you believe if I said someone other than Kansas City would win the AFC West? Because it's been almost a decade since anyone else has. Ah, man. I struggled with this one, but I say I wouldn't. Now, I do think Kansas City has gotten better, and particularly I think the offensive line.
Throughout Dugan Holt knoweth Gyn in it. If cord, a Twaragacking Marlow is just I had to either stay here. Your idea this sign weed, with the roar me now you I along. Just whoever a famous, and you didn't he did you see the repined would, and continued to never bring you word. So many genuine, kills the mind days in cooking reft cua the bled several growled regions. If I said to you, I believe that's the best division in football going in, I would predict this will be the best division in the NFL. I think yes. They had 3 teams in the playoffs last year, 2 of which were probably ahead of schedule in Denver and the Chargers, and I think those are teams that have gotten better, and they're coached by, championship coaches. Jim Harbaugh is a college national champion. Obviously, Sean Payton has won the Super Bowl, and to Wood's point, Pete Carroll. I mean, that Raiders team is going to be, he's not going to underachieve. No, I don't know how good they are roster-wise, but no, I think that's the toughest division. I believe that, when you look at the field, I think that it's not a fear factor there, right? Because you believe that, hey, my coach is just as savvy as that coach. When you talk about that division, you have 4 Hall of Fame coaches have had success at some level, and I believe that field, it used to be that playing in that division, you have 4 Hall of Fame coaches have had success at some level, and I believe that
that Field remain the best team, but that division is so good, no bye weeks, as you said. So maybe the 1 seat. Now, look, they win without that anyway. All right, do it. Let's go to the one near and dear to my heart. Would you believe Justin Fields is going to lead the Jets back to the playoffs?
I would not, Greeny.
Listen, I think the Jets are going to be better than what the Vegas win total is. I believe it's like 5.5. I think the Jets are going to be better than what the Vegas win total is. I believe it's like 5.5. I think here's what the Jets need to do with Justin Fields. They need to break the record, whatever the Jets franchise record is for rushing attempts. They need to break it. They play like lean all the way into it because honestly, that is the strength of the Jets team. Offensive line, quarterback that's very athletic. They got weapons. Lean into that. This team could be sneaky towards the end of the year. I believe this team is maybe an 8-win season. That's a victory. I believe they missed a huge opportunity. I mean, because they need something better than Justin Fields, I feel, at this point. We know who Justin Fields is, and this probably his last opportunity, which is why